What's happening, world? Name's Raheem Flowers. I'll make a little quick, brief video. Just been thinking about this whole hoopla with Jay-Z and what he's been saying in his new album about black excellence on his 444. And honestly, the only track I've heard was that story of OJ, or if I'm saying it right, it's the only track I heard. Sounds pretty decent. I can't even front. But I always find it funny that now suddenly people really want to just emphasize on this black entrepreneurship as soon as Jay-Z says it. And I can't knock Jay. I'm not mad at him. It's the audience that are listening who never even really considered this. Or yeah, they may have thought about it, but it was like one out of one ear and out the other, you know? And then you're hearing rappers like Boosie and Future, and you're hearing Black Youngster, and nigga archetypes venting about it. So it's like it's an ambivalent thing going on. You got people who are just on this bandwagon talking about, yeah, man, Jay-Z talking about black entrepreneurship and ownership in the black community. I'm like, so it took you all for Jay-Z to come out with the album in 2017 to just think about black empowerment, huh? That's interesting. I mean, I do agree with Jay that why, like, all that having that phone, like phone money stacked like as a phone to your ear, that shit is retarded. Meek Mill doing that shit. Black Youngster and Boosie trying to say that he wants to be his own man and do what he wants, but you're not really doing what you want. You're following a trend because you're trying to flex, because you're really trying to masquerade some sort of insecurity that you have, and you have to just build this false ass ego up so you don't have to, so you can feel important and you can feel like you have something to hold on to, because one, black people have horrible money spending habits, unfortunately. Horrible money spending habits. Number two, it's like, I guess in the black community, we feel like we don't have shit, so we have to overcompensate for it by quote unquote flexing for the gram, or for Snapchat, or for Facebook, or putting bullshit out there on WorldStar. I mean, I even was watching an interview, and I know Umar the Sim Johnson, but he still brought up some good ass points about how black people will spend money on Jordans, and they just do things for symbolic reasons, which I also find funny that Umar, he purposely looked over and sidestepped weave and black women wearing that. Don't you find that pretty ironic? No, I don't, though. This is Umar Sim Johnson. I should expect that. This is also the same guy who talks about how he is so opposed to interracial dating and how you should be loyal to the community, as he said in the Breakfast Club. But then but how are you gonna do that while regarding mixed people as black? You see, that in itself is some confusion. But maybe it's like you said, even though it doesn't apply to you nearly as much as Frederick Douglass is your ancestor, and the blood would dilute, but maybe it was the cracker within you, Umar. Nah, let me stop playing. But for real though, it don't work like that. I don't want to hear a dude like Umar, who has not found his black queen, talking to black folks about marriage. When you got caught up with a stripper, you still out here trying to identify people of mixed race with black, while still having an opposition towards interracial dating. And then you have black folks out here who are shitting on Jay-Z, who are out here just being trendy, and they're not gonna spend a dime on a black business. They're just not. Yep. Not really a whole lot to talk about. Black people just need to just invest, have an idea, invest in it, stick with it, go through it all the way 100%. instead of just having this, this fake loyalty, or being double agents like black women, or just doing things and simping for pussy. And then when you get caught up like Rob Kardashian did, you try to expose them because you got caught lacking, you got caught doing some dumb shit, and you got finessed. Right now I'm simply going on a tangent, but what's more important than anything is ownership. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. It's better to have a business that you're making 60 grand a year as opposed to working with somebody and you're making 240 grand, because it's ownership that matters at the end of the day. So you can have your phone to your ear, you can show all your rollies like Meek Mills, you can go ahead and show people what type of whip you driving and how much bitches you got, but at the end of the day, you ain't got shit. All that becomes illusionary after a while. What does that mean? You have no equity. And that's what Jay, based off of the OJ track I heard, and people been saying the premise of the album, all that really black excellence matters. I mean, it's like my homie said, how black lives gonna matter when we have to look at how do we treat each other, how do we treat our children and kin, and how do we treat our community. That's how we gonna know when black lives matter or don't matter, as well as black excellence. Because if we wanna be a better people, we have to work together as a collective instead of having all this individualism. You gotta get yours out, got mine. No, I can't do business with niggas. Alright, let's see how much you're gonna prosper. Let's see how well the black community is gonna do, even though black people amass like one of the most money, like top 10, number 9 in the world. But yeah, we'll see how that pans out. All right, peace out.